Oh,
I have recording is now in progress. Yes,
nope,
recording is
nope,
now.
nope, nope, nope. You're recording this. All right. All right. What the heck? Now, just so you know,
I gotta get rid of the feedback. Give me a minute
no
here.
feedback. I love feedback. I sound, I found smarter. I find a lot smarter the third or fourth time I hear myself.
Yeah, well, it's a little tougher for me, so hang tight. And all right, I
This
think we're good, but
this
now we gotta
isn't
figure
about
out a
you.
way back. Oh, damn it. Hang tight. So I think we got this. I think we got this now.
Now I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Just kidding. All right. Now this is an episode of
Redneck Reckoning.
yes, but
Can
we
I
have no
explain?
no you cannot
We
explain
need to
nothing.
explain
You
about pitbull politics.
oh you got five
Okay,
seconds.
5 seconds. All right.
Just
Pitbull
kidding.
politics will be coming back. I've been waiting, trying to get really good guests on before I run shows. They probably won't be on as regular schedule since I had my 3 month vacation from Facebook. But please, I would just ask you to pay attention when I do roll. And until then, Bruce and I will be doing Redneck Reckonings. I hope to have one regarding Grand Forks and possibly even District 42. I don't know, but there's a lot going on the eastern side of the state, and I'm going to try to keep everyone informed on that. Until then, baby.
Oh God, it's good mobile. Actually, you could probably figure out that she's the articulate of the bunch, and I'm the intelligent one. But what? Yes.
Okay,
All right. What the heck are we talking about today? It's basically another one of these. Just like I'm just pissed off, and
you're not
there's
going to
not.
take it anymore.
Alrighty. That would have been from what show?
Oh, I can't remember, but
Jane, Hanoi Jane was in it.
yeah,
Yeah, but
it doesn't matter.
it doesn't
We're
matter.
pissed off and we're not taking it anymore.
Well, we aren't, but too many of you people are. You sit
Too
there and
many
you
people
try
are
to be,
uninformed.
you don't mind. I appreciate you helping, but not no.
Go, baby, go.
Okay. Anyway, we got so many things we want to talk about, and we're going to talk about quite a few things today. Kitty has some things that she has that are very interesting. Uh, and I still have some things that we have to remember. Too many of you people just give up and or forget right away. I tell you what, I still Vietnam, still pisses me off. We're going to talk about one of the things that are one of my pet peeves that I hate too tonight. And it's been a long time ago too, but it's still correlated to what the hell's happening today, nowadays. All right, we're going to start with AI, artificial intelligence, Terminator, war games too. Kind of the things is that's one of the possibilities of this AI, but no, it's supposed to be so great and wonderful for you. Do you have any idea what the hell it's going to possibly have for us? I'm not I'm not against having the good shiny part of it, but I tell you what, it still scares the shit out of me. I'm not going to be convinced that all this artificial intelligence is going to be helpful for you.
Well, the AI is going to help with the global ID, that wonderful digital ID agenda, because Oracle, who's the major media person that they're pushing for TikTok buying and everything else, the goal is clear: centralized data and total surveillance. People will behave because every move they make is tracked and recorded. Orwell
Yes.
warned us a long time ago.
George,
Big Brother is watching you. And that's what these
1984.
data centers are designed for.
Yes, they are. And I know you sit there and thinking, you young kids. Okay, as far as two things, artificial intelligence and digital currency
Bad,
are very
bad, bad, bad.
interesting things. And you're going to learn right now, you talk to people, 15 and older, say, no, we don't need this.
Oh, we're old fuddy duddies.
Yes, we are.
We don't
25
know
and
diddly.
25 and under. who have their head up their butts. Oh, actually, I mean, you're
They're
dreamers.
informed.
But you're still dreaming that this is going to be a great thing to be able to throw your hand up in front of a screen and it's going to pay off everything. Or actually, the problem is it's not going to pay for anything because what? Guess what? You might have not got vaccinated. You might have farted in the wrong place. It's going to be a situation where it's going to be total control. And you don't believe me. I tell you what, we have a better chance of having Terminator and War Games happening than we do lovely little everybody's getting along. It's so easy to use our palms to pay for things. I tell you what, the bad shit is more likely to happen than the good stuff. And the little lolly day.
TNT was sold to us as the panacea. We can blow through a rock and get trains where they need to go. We can do all of this stuff. Yeah, well, you can also make bombs. Guess where it excelled?
Yes, indeed. Ask Noble. Nobel Prize,
And
huh?
here's the thing I want to tell everybody also about the AI, because you're being lied to
No
regarding
way.
regarding AI and electricity. Regulators weigh billion-dollar utility
Oh,
takeovers as
God.
bills rise for consumers. There are several radio hosts in Fargo
No
who have,
way.
yeah, way, who, because that AI center is going in just north of there,
So,
and nope, north.
Harwood?
Yep,
Yeah, that's
Harwood is
right.
north.
That is north.
Yeah. Anyway,
Holy shit.
so there, Fargo's going to try to take it over for the tax purposes and everything else. And what you have to understand is they've been assured by the head of the electric company that this isn't going to affect their rates and stuff. However, private investment firms that are helping finance America's artificial intelligence race and a huge build out of energy hungry data centers are getting interested in local utilities that deliver regular customers and serve AI. Billions of dollars from such firms are now flowing towards electric utilities in Wisconsin and Minnesota that deliver power to more than 150 million customers across millions and millions of power lines. Who's in charge of buying out these utilities? BlackRock
Love
and
black.
their baby company,
They're
Blackstone.
not affiliated with each other, by the way.
Yeah,
Yep.
well,
Every moron knows that.
private investment firms have done well investing in infrastructure over the last 15 years and have strong incentives to add data centers, power plants, and the services that they support. In recent weeks, private equity firm Blackstone has sought regulatory approval to buy out a pair of utilities, Albuquerque-based Public Service Company of New Mexico and Lewisville, Texas-based Texas New Mexico Power Company. You can bet they're going to be buying out a lot more. Wisconsin, earlier this year, granted the buyout of its parent Superior Water, Light and Power, and the Northern Indiana Public Service Company last year sold at a 19.9% stake in the utility to Blackstone. So they can tell you anything they want. That doesn't mean that that is what is going to happen. Otter Tail, Excel, Cass County Rural Electric, they can all say these data centers aren't going to drive up your power.
Yes. And you got to
Right
believe
up
it.
until they do.
And they will. All right. And I tell you what, I got to say one thing about this. Their advertisements are quite simply, I hear all the time on lots of radio stations that this is a game of who's going to win, who is going to control the world. Okay, and every time in 1100 it goes like this is to beat China.
Mr.
This
VP.
is to sit there and we have a war. We have to get ahead. We have to win against the war on against China. And what that's the last time we had to have a race, the race to beat them. to make sure we're in power. Last time I remember anything close to this was the moon landing. Remember in those days, oh, I know most of you don't, during like the 60s and stuff,
The Cold War.
all they talked about was we got to beat Russia. We have to be ahead of them. We have to win the game. Others were in trouble. And that's exactly the propaganda we're using nowadays. Every one of our stations, everything, everybody's saying the same thing, that we have to beat China.
Why did
And
we
we're
get
not.
Why
We're
did we
not.
get into Vietnam? Why did we get into Afghanistan? We had to beat Russia. We had to beat
But
all of
this
these
is, yep,
people.
but this is the next one. This is the one that is the most important thing. And they're always telling us this. Basically, is a bunch of bullshit. We don't have to beat China in AI. I mean, we don't have to spend, and all it does is, well, okay, moon landing cost us billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars, maybe $1 trillion in those days, which is about 20, 10 to 20 times. Now they're talking about all we talk about is money. The AI situation is only about making money for not me and you, buddies.
Phew.
It's a very few people are going to make a fortune, and they're going to doing so much damage to us. One, Kitty talk referred to it, power. Who's going to do it? Who's going to have control of it? Who's going to be responsible for it? And another one that scares the shit out of me is water. Who the hell is going to have? Oh, I know they try to tell us they're going to have these little oil things and nuclear uh, uh, little nuclear pads that are going to keep these things cool
Nuclear
and stuff.
modules.
But I tell you what, electricity and water is going to be owned by them. It's not going to be us anymore. This thing is really scary. You have to look at it at all the possibilities. I don't see anything great about it. Just monitoring us and taking all our money, our natural.
Everything is
Uh,
being sold to our benefit. And what it has been actually for at least in my recollection, at least the past 20 years. What benefits have you seen in the past 20 years from all of this economic growth, except increases in your property taxes, increases in your utility bills, including water, reduction in the rights that you have from your legislators?
hmm,
What
right.
what have you actually seen? Physical, put it in the comments below because I'm actually looking. In the last 20 years, from all of these economic development forays, what have you actually seen?
I'm sure this is nobody that
Do you
we
want to
have
get
done.
that?
Are
No.
you kidding me?
Okay.
This is important. All right. I tell you what, AI, probably the thing that is going to destroy us faster than anything. And my sister, of course, problem is what? Digital currency. Do you agree with that, Kitty?
Yes, I do.
I tell you what, how many people believe that digital currency is going to be so relevant and everything is going to be so honest about it? One, they can screw you over at every time they want. Two, I tell you what, like I said before, you don't take the COVID shot, you don't get your money. It's
Nope.
gone. It's locked. They can control everything he did, and it's interesting because, like I say, I don't want to sit there and say us older folks are the smart ones, but I tell you what, at least we have some ideas that the government sucks.
Well,
And I tell you what, the simplest thing about all the conversations I had, and I bet you Kit too, right now 50 plus, almost 100% of the people say, no, we don't need digital currency. Under 25 is pretty much lots of the kids are saying yes. They want to be able to hold their palm
because
up in
it's
front of register.
easy.
Yes. And it's, but I tell you what, AI and digital currency have to be watched at very closely. What do you think about digital currency, Kitty?
Well, the problem is that these kids have been raised to believe that this credit cards and stuff are free because you don't pay them right away. You and I pay them right away.
Yes, we
But the
do.
vast majority of people carry over balances.
At 35%.
Well, those balances build and build and build and build until you're under them. You add social credit scores onto those, you're
Yes.
really buried underneath those. And it's just another layer of control over your ability to purchase, to speak, to move about. You need to fill your car with gas so you can go visit your grandma. What's your credit score? Social credit score. You want to leave the country to visit Europe? What's your social credit score? Where how have you pissed anybody off lately? What was your last social media post? All of this is being designed to simply rein us in with further control. Because if you got cash, you can go screw you.
But yes, right.
You can go, and the
Yeah.
horse you rode in on, I'm cutting up my credit cards. I don't need you. But now cash is gone. Where do you go?
Cash is king right now still. But I tell you what, right now we get digital currency, the computer is king. He's going to own your ass. And it only takes how many people to run that damn thing? Very small numbers of people are going to be able to tell exactly what you can do, what you can't do.
But next, AI centers and all these jobs that they promise.
Yeah. Oh, no.
The high-paying jobs can be done from anywhere, from a computer digitally. They can be done from India, China, wherever.
They're not going to come from North Dakota?
They're going to need
Oh.
security guards. They're going to need someone to keep the diesel engines running, someone to mop the floors. Okay? These aren't the jobs you're being told about, these high-paying, wonderful jobs. No, these are the immigrant jobs that they were importing all these people for decades for, where they could pay them pennies and say, hey, Juan, go mop the floor. Hey, go make sure the barbed wire fence is intact. Fix that, make sure the oil's changed on that diesel engine.
You know,
These aren't the jobs they're promising.
you know, it's really cute about that. These jobs they're promising for a couple years, it will be human beings. But then again,
AI.
after a while, AI is going to take over those jobs too. And what, because it's going to be a little cheaper. Holy crap, guys. You got to sit there and figure out what's happening here. It isn't about people. It's about, well, a couple for making a
about money.
fortune. Yes,
About
a
money.
couple people are going to make a fortune. Percentage wise, 8 billion people. How many people are going to make money? Not a lot. But there's the people that are going to be as total control. And I don't see any other possibilities of this. I mean, hell, if I was a piece of shit crap, I would sit there and say, I want to control the world too. AI is the way to do it. And digital currency is the way to get to AI totally
Hang on to
controlling
your
us.
dollar bills and your quarters and your nickels and your dimes as long as you can.
All right. Now, today, my broadcast is going to be basically about chap, what's chapping my ass. And right now, obviously AI and digital currency is, but I want to sit there and I always sit there and say, don't forget the past. And it isn't the past.
It's
Okay.
our history.
I'm going to talk about Charlie Kirk. And that's, 'cause like I say, it's an interesting little thing, but it's like going, I gotta say something about it. And he was a good man.
Yes.
I'm pissed off about obviously my last broadcast was telling about how this piece of crap down in Fargo was a schmuck. But I mean, I'm not the type of person that believes everything that Charlie did was right. Neither. I wasn't 100%, and
I don't believe
I
anybody's
I
100%.
know,
You don't
and
follow anyone 100%, except God. God, you follow 100%.
you should. Good point. I
I'm
like
just
that.
pointing it out.
But I mean, sitting there saying we have to look at what people are like, and as far as what did I dislike, it's kind of funny because about 2 weeks before Charlie's demise, he said something that pissed the hell out of me, and I think Kit too knows this one too. What is it?
I don't know. Tell me.
Oh shit. He sits there and goes, "Oh, we don't want necessarily to ban
Oh,
glyphosate, but we want to sit there and be able to sue it.
damage
And
done.
and it's kind of funny because that's the thing which was interesting is because I sit there and say, okay, I gotta black I'm not gonna listen to Charlie for a while just because I was like, are you kidding me?
I understand
I
why
are
he
you
did it.
I, well, I know. Okay, you're gonna have to tell me after
Okay,
I'm done.
you go, and but then I
Okay,
understand why he did it.
okay, but the simple thing was the like I'm going to say is glyphosate. And
Bees, fireflies,
we
fireflies.
always forget about the situation and we forget about these things. And we'll forget about Charlie too early too,
Yes, we
which
will.
pisses me off. But this pisses me off that, well, my buddy Chucky, he sits there and he's saying that glyphosate, you should not make it illegal, but you should be able to sue them. Sue the companies that make it.
Put
Okay.
on your
Which of
death.
course North Dakota, by the way, made a law
You
that they
can't.
cannot sue these pieces of shit.
On your deathbed,
But
you get a buck 50.
no, you don't. You don't get
Not in
shit.
North Dakota, but
No, no.
was willing to settle for on your deathbed, you get a buck 50.
Exactly. And that's one thing that ticks me off is because, all right, this stuff, this shit kills butterflies, moths,
Bees.
bees, fireflies,
Doesn't kill the
and
freaking
worms,
Asian
and
beetles.
yes, I know, and worms and everything. But and also it kills your children. It's a
They kill
carcinogen.
you.
It's a carcinogen. For the love of God. All right, Chucky, that's that one you got wrong. Oh,
Well, okay, ma'am.
nope. You're almost 100% right. But sometimes you're wrong. And that's why I sit there and it's kind of sad because I remember sitting there thinking, oh my God, after your death, I was thinking, God, I just the first episode I lost since 2 weeks that I was banning you was the one just before you got shot.
Well, okay.
And that was kind of funny, not funny, it was like weird that
I know why he did it because it's baby steps. If we allow us to sue them, if we have the capability to realize as people, because right now all the farmers are all up in arms. You can't take our glyphosate away from us, et cetera, et cetera. And so in Charlie's mind, we can't win this battle right now. But if we allow time to pass, granted, it's sad to say, but if enough people get sick and die, and we can sue, we can at least stop it then. And I know that's exactly what he was thinking. I know it exactly because he took a look at the situation and he went, these people ain't going to get this. But we'll at least leave them a recourse. So on their deathbed, they get the check for $1.50 from Bayer or Chinacom and know that they accomplished something before they die.
holy shit.
I'm going with
That's
that because that's the
okay.
only option I got.
Yeah, well, actually, I love it because you're sitting there trying to defend the man that I think was a great kid,
He
and
was an awesome
yes,
kid.
yes, and but I mean, basically, everybody makes mistakes. I mean, that's what I'm saying about it. Everybody makes mistakes, and some of us old people know what the hell's happening.
Because we've seen
And
it before.
yes, we do.
We
Because I mean,
really
oh, DDT. Oh, how many people know what that is about? How many remember what it's about? Because what? Lots of you guys, and I shouldn't say too many. I do get pissed off
We're old,
because I
honey.
do
We're
not.
old.
Yeah, but I tell you what, how many of you people 68 to 70 sit there and remember what DDT is? Okay, same shit, same thing.
I'm going to say
And
something even more important.
what?
Thalidomide.
See, I don't even know that. Oh my God. Now I'm the
Thalidomide.
idiot.
No, you're not. Thalidomide. The the drug that was given to women
Mm,
safely
hmm.
for morning sickness that
Yes.
ended up with an entire generation of children with web little arms and things like that because of the drug. But it was
Yes.
given to them safely so that the mother could feel better.
Yes,
And I
exactly.
grew up with several thalidomide babies.
Yes. But then again, even worse, Tylenol.
Well,
I saw it.
that were just freaking idiots on because there's idiots out there on the doggone on the doggone TikTok and everything else, just chugging down Tylenol to prove a point to Trump and Kennedy, and they're ended up in the damn hospital, and they're dying, and they're killing their babies. But how do you fix stupid?
I think they fix themselves.
I mean,
Sometimes
these people, and I go, your hatred is that much
yes.
that you will endanger yourself and your baby. What the hell is wrong with you?
Well, like I say, pharmaceutical companies are, well, I wasn't going to talk about it, but they're, well, okay. I'm not going to talk about them because we had so many things we're going to talk about. But the pharmaceuticals, pieces of crap. Kitty, we're going
What
to
did
get
I
a
do?
little local.
I'm sorry.
No, you didn't. You put me into where I should
Sorry.
be because it's like sometimes I just ramble on and on, and oh well. But
What's
the
next?
simple thing is, what is next is some of the local crap.
Oh, don't
I
get me
mean,
started on that.
we talk a lot about, well, both me
Fago.
and political. What's your podcast name?
Pitbull politics.
Pitbull politics. We talk a lot.
I'm really disappointed. My heart is
Yep.
broken about Fargo. My heart is
Fargo,
actually broken.
it isn't Fargo, it's North Dakota.
No, but
Because Fargo's the lead. See, the thing is, Fargo is going to be North Dakota. And oh, well, by the way, actually, I gotta almost sit there and say Fargo isn't necessarily the biggest piece of crap in the world. I tell you what, I gotta sit there and say, what the hell is with Williston?
why not?
I mean, those two places. I mean, we're going to talk about probably the next Redneck Reckoning. We're going to talk about how damn
hell is
stupid everybody's talking about how wonderful North Dakota is and how especially the West. Oh yeah, I still got to say one thing. By the way, I'm going to sit there and say, Scott Hannon, I know North Dakota gets lots of money from the oil,
Who sees it?
but
Who sees it?
But well, the simple question is, or a simple thing is, I gotta ask you. All right, North Dakota Oil pays 2% of what it makes to taxes in North Dakota. So I know that's a ton. I know that I know that's a tough.
If they
Kitty. I know that's a lots of money. That's billions and billions of dollars. But the thing is, it's still only 2%. My grandma pays a hell of a lot more than that. Why the hell are you sitting there telling us that oil is paying a lots of money for our taxes, for our schools and stuff like that?
Their fair share.
But I tell you what, 2%. That's it. Everybody else is paying 15 to 20%.
What do you
so what do you think?
Property taxes.
Well, that's outrageous. Different thing. But I tell you what, we still got to look at it this way. They're not paying equalness. And property taxes, like Kitty says, us peons pay our property taxes and lots of it. But how much money do these percentage-wise does the oil companies get? Does Doug Berman get? They get these tips and pilots and whatever and subsidies. What the hell else they get? They don't pay shit for it. Why is grandma paying her full share of property taxes when these pieces of crap that you think are good people are paying nothing?
Because grandma doesn't own part of an oil well, unlike Armstrong, unlike a lot of legislators and other senators, etc., who own parts of shares or get kickbacks from the industry. That's why grandma's paying so much.
Yep. Property taxes. God, I say it 100 times. Property taxes has to go a long time before income tax. I know these pieces of crap are talking about, oh, we're going to get rid of income tax. Much more important is property taxes.
They're going to make it up in property tax specials, sales tax, and get rid of income tax. Nobody's going to know the difference because they're going to nail you everywhere else. Remember that Bergham's talk about you're going to take from your left pocket and you're going to put in your right? Well, that's what's going to happen if you eliminate the income tax.
Yep,
Nothing,
nothing,
nothing.
nothing. It's not even close to
And you
what we
still lose
need.
your house.
Yep. All right, but like I promised you, and I'm gonna get Kitty on this one. What the heck is happening to the
Fargo,
biggest city in
Fargo,
Dakota?
Fargo. I grew up in you, Fargo. Pull your head out. It's really time for you to pull your head out. Nate Pullen, Pullen, has a Facebook post. Unbelievable. I cannot believe what I witnessed last night in the city of Fargo. What the hell is happening to our great
I
city?
shouldn't laugh.
I heard a vehicle honking their horn for around 5 minutes outside, and around 5 to 10 minutes later, I heard a woman's voice screaming for help. I looked outside and saw a black male beating a black woman on the ground. It was really bad. I immediately called 911, was informed the 911 dispatcher of the blow-by-blow details of this poor woman getting beaten. It seemed like it was going on for a very long time. Imagine what it felt like to her. That's
Yes.
my insight there, right there. He would beat her. He would walk away. She would lay in the fetal position. He would come back and continue to beat her. When the Fargo Police Department finally arrived, a male officer engaged the suspect on his own. Then a female came running up, and another female officer came running up as well. 3 Fargo police officers trying to get control of the suspect. He fought with the officers, refusing to comply. He tried to intimidate the officers by lunging at them, not listening to their commands of trying to possibly handcuff the suspect. He refused, saying he's not complying after they all tried physically handcuffing him again and asking him to comply. He starts walking towards the male officer in an attacking way. Actually put his hands on the officer to his chest, hits the officer's hands down. What was shocking is that the officers started to walk away. I asked, why? Why are you doing this? And they panicked. They walked away and let the suspect walk away through some garages with the woman he was beating, and police officers gave up. They were so confused, they didn't know what to do. I told the officers, you need to go arrest this guy. They said they need to wait for their sergeant. After the sergeant arrived, he gave me a call as I had just called dispatch back and asked to speak to the sergeant. I asked the sergeant, why isn't this criminal in handcuffs? For at the very least assaulting a male officer by putting his hands on his chest. He also hit the officer's hands away when the officer was trying to handcuff him. The sergeant says that if the officer didn't have serious injuries, no arrest needs to be made. I was shocked. Then I asked about the poor woman who I was giving a blow-by-blow to Fargo Dispatch about her safety. You mean your officers let this monster who was beating that lady? What about her safety? What the hell's going on? The sergeant's reply was, we're trying to figure that out right now. We're going to look for him. I, in my life, have never witnessed such cowardice in law enforcement. I have never in my life witnessed such unprofessionalism in law enforcement. I guess what my question would be is what the hell is going on with the city of Fargo? Government law enforcement, their Fargo Police Department. I asked the officers if they had body cams. They said yes, they did. I suggest city leaders take a look at the body cam footage. Good luck with that. It's not only going to take a FOIA, it's buried so deep already, I can guarantee you that body cam footage is frickin' non-existent. This is the city of frickin' Fargo. This is the city I grew up in. This is the city I was once proud to tell people I belong to. This is the city where in front of the city commission, a downtown business owner goes up and talks about the fact that police are using their time to wipe up human feces, poop, and pee, biohazard material from not only in front of store entryways, but inside stores. But when you call them to collect a shoplifter, they say, don't even bother us because we're not going to prosecute them.
Whoa.
Welcome to Portland, Oregon via Fargo, North Dakota. This is what you're getting, and Fargo leads the way.
I tell you what do we need? We need a new police chief, right? we need to get rid of DEI. I mean, I'm seriously, if I mean this is a bad thing
If
to
you
say.
can't do the job,
If you can't do the job, okay, there's two girls. Could they do the job? Well, obviously they
the
did.
guy couldn't either.
Yes, exactly.
Don't just throw this on the women because obviously between the
Well,
three of
I am a sexist because
I
I'm a male.
I'm just saying between the three of them, nobody had a set of testicles.
That's very
I'm just
sexist
saying.
too. But I gotta agree. I gotta agree. This is outrageous. And I tell you what, these guys are always talking about getting more money too. I mean, it's like
They
it's
jumped on that sales tax that was supposed to be just for the
and
fire department.
I gotta say one thing too. Speaking of sexist and stuff like that, I wonder, and racist too. I'll just bet if it was me in that same situation, being you, yeah,
Oh,
I'll
you'd be
bet you.
toast.
Yes, I know. I mean, this is like I
I would
I
be needed
can't.
the police.
I know. I'll see about that one, buddy. But anyway, I gotta sit there and say we are in a bad situation,
bad
North Dakota.
situation.
North Dakota. For one thing, we think we are such a great situation.
We're not.
I'll bet you in California and New
Same
York,
crap.
they're gonna talk about New York nice and California nice.
Same
We
crap.
are not North Dakota nice. We are North Dakota stupid. Ooh, we did that together.
Good.
Good job, buddy.
This was not planned.
No.
North Dakota
Oh my God.
stupid.
It is. It's outrageous. We are in trouble here, and so is the country. I mean, one of these next episodes, we're going to talk about Donald Trump, and we're going to talk about
North
stuff.
Dakota oblivious.
Not even. We're not even in that league anymore. Sorry, Ton. We're just.
What's happening down in Fargo? What the hell? I mean, seriously. I mean, I went to the
Well,
I went to the city commission meeting to protest
Oh,
about
yeah.
the fact that the manager of health and safety
oh, he was a piece of shit.
posted a very, very vulgar slam on Charlie Kirk and MAGA people. And the city decided it was a free speech issue. Now, imagine if it would have been Martin Luther King Day, no, Kwanzaa. Let's go with Kwanzaa,
Yeah, that's better. Okay.
which is a fake holiday. So let's go with the fake holiday of Kwanzaa. All right. Sorry, honey. But let's go with the made-up holiday of Kwanzaa.
All right.
And let's
It's a made up holiday in America.
so let's go with that one and say that the city manager used the exact same verbiage, which I'm not going to use, to describe Kwanzaa and all the people that followed Kwanzaa, including BLM. What do you think that guy's job history would be today?
He'd be gone.
He wouldn't even made it to the end of the period of the post.
Like I say, it's getting to be a situation where
This is ridiculous.
different people are being treated differently. Okay.
It's actually raised, and I actually firmly believe this. It is not the color of your skin. It is not your religion. It is not your gender. It is the content of your character. And I made that statement once at a college where I worked for 20 years, stabbed me in the eye, in service. And I was told I was racist and I was prejudiced because I just didn't get it.
Yeah, because MLK. I mean, who the hell believes him anymore? I mean, oh God, I tell you what.
I'm just done.
I tell you what, that's one thing about this situation we're in. It's like nobody respects anything about history. And the thing is, that's one thing I always point out is history. History's going to repeat itself. There's some
And it's
bad,
really, really badly right
yes,
now.
and we're accepting things that aren't
We should not.
well, and we're forgetting so much. Oh God, as far as I'm concerned, when I talk about this stuff,
It's bad.
all I sit there and think about is what the hell's happening.
What did our
Because-
people fight
because,
for and
I mean,
die for?
You know what's weird about it? Me and Kit, we sit there and argue and bitch and piss and moan about so many people, and we don't have kids. We're 68 and 70 years old, and I'm October 1st, and Kitty's going to be October 5th.
Say,
And
give a damn, and it's
and-
not
and
about us.
and really, because what are we doing? Are we wasting our time? Does people not give a shit and you don't look at the past because it's going to happen again. And that's exactly what this whole episode was about, is what the hell's going to happen. You don't have to look forward. You have to look back.
You sit in the
You know?
foxhole long enough, you're still gonna die. But for what? At least if you fight,
Yes.
it was
Get
for
in there.
something.
Get in there,
It was
people.
for something.
Get in there, people.
We've run for office. I've gone to commission meetings, and Fargo City Commission didn't want to hear from me because I'm from Hillsborough. I don't count. But I went anyway. I'm just saying, stand up. Let your voice be heard. I'm not talking about doing anything violent, but for
No.
Lord's sake,
No.
think about it. At least go to school board meetings, go to township meetings.
Little things.
The small things mean everything. You don't have to drive hundreds of miles. Go to your city commission meetings and sit in the back row. And if something sounds bad,
Yeah.
say something.
You know what's so funny about that? You're right. Look at how many people of you guys have sit there and went to city council meeting. You'd be amazed at how much uh, in consideration they have for you. Oh, just look at Harwood. I mean, they sit there and there was about, oh, people were making legitimate complaints about this damn AI shit, but you know what? Still won by a 7-2 vote. And it's like, what the hell's happening here? They're getting paid off. Sorry, buddies. The simple
Here's the
truth
thing.
is money talks,
Here's
and
the thing.
nobody else gives a shit about it.
You are so far down the line of what matters. Your voice, your vote, don't matter. Why? Because how many people show up to vote?
What is it?
How
At
many
the
people
presidential election, maybe
show up
50%.
to talk at commission meetings? How many people show up when they have town halls?
How many people know who the hell they're voting for?
Don't just vote for the R and the D, the E-I-E-I-O. I mean, geez,
Run
Martha,
for
Mary,
election.
Joseph.
You sit there and you tell your story. Tell your story. Well, are we ready to call this an evening? Because we've been bitching for a long time.
Well,
Have you had it?
we didn't
Yeah.
bitch. We at least go out and try to do something. But these are
We are bitching.
Yeah, oh hell yeah. These are things that people have to understand are going on right now. Fargo's bad. If you think Fargo is an encapsulation,
No.
you're wrong.
No. Oh my
Minot,
God.
Williston,
Oh,
Bismarck.
Shit in Williston, Bugsby,
It's
for a little
ridiculous.
town of 20,000 that make the stupidest decision.
This is all occurring all across
Dickinson.
Dickens, every place. Trust me. This stuff's occurring right in your backyard
Harwood?
if you pay attention.
Yeah, Harwood.
But most of you are get up in the morning, take the kids to school, go to work, pick the kids up. If the kids don't come back on their own, show up, eat dinner, repeat, recycle. On the weekend, you don't want to do anything. It hurts my brain. I want to go to a football game. Well, so do we.
Nah, you hate football.
You're right, but I do want to relax.
Yes.
I want to tend my bees. I want to tend my garden. I want to do a lot of things. But what am I doing? I'm out here doing this.
Good job. And all right. Basically, what we're saying is this is Redneck Reckoning saying, I had enough of this shit, but I'm still never going to quit.
Pay attention.
Get your head out of your asses, North Dakota. That's my saying. Is it not?
It is.
It is. La.
Everybody.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. Please enjoy your evening. God bless.
We're going to.
And please do something tomorrow that counts. Even if it's just one small thing.
Hugging your kids.
Do something that counts. Bye-bye.